P. Diddy, Jay-Z, Bill Gates, all these people, Oprah Winfrey, Clyde Davis. Um, I can go on and on. You guys, when I see Hollywood in the spiritual realm, Hollywood itself, you know how in California it says Hollywood, okay? I see tunnels, okay? Tunnels that go from Hollywood down because Hollywood's up on a hill, okay? So I see tunnels. There's tunnels everywhere. Hey on earth. I did a video a couple days ago on P. Diddy Combs, of Bad Boys Entertainment. A lot of people are doing videos on him and talking about it and stuff like that. What's interesting is we're hearing all these allegations, which we know that most of them are true, right? But think of Hollywood as like a mob, okay? They're structured, okay? There's levels to it, okay? And we think that these people are more powerful than us, okay? And they're not. They're just human as we are. Well, not all of them, some of them. But anyways, that's for another story. That's another story for another day. But supposedly P. Diddy Combs had a deal with another rich white guy, okay? I don't know the whole background of all that. But what I'm trying to get at is these allegations. They calling him the diddler. Um, and I have done reads on him, previous reads, plenty of reads, and I said he would be getting arrested and he will be charged with human trafficking, sex trafficking, um, money laundering, um, and so much more. Okay, now when I did a short, quick read on him, I was in my vehicle and when they were doing the raid, they just got done doing the raid, and I said like there's a fireplace, and behind the fireplace is a room, like you push the fireplace in. Behind that fireplace is a room. Okay, now I want to explain something. He is not the only person that lives this lifestyle. It's many of these people. Okay, we idolize these people, okay, in Hollywood. We idolize, not me, but people out here idolize them. They worship them. They think that they're like, just because they have money, that they're powerful than us, but they're not. They don't have power. We have more power than they have, okay? They have power of the material world, but not of the spiritual world, okay? They try to manipulate. um they call it the Illuminati. Okay, the Illuminati basically is a cult. Okay, it's a cult. Okay, there's a lot of cults. Churches are cults. Okay, different churches, organizations, they're cults. Okay, the Masonic order, cults. Okay, um, the thing is, these people have knowledge. Okay, that other people like me, you won't have that kind of knowledge, right? On how to get material wealth. Okay. We would have to work for the material wealth, or we would have to come in money, or we would have to be born into money. These people have to do things when they say that they sell their soul. Okay. Basically, their soul is their self, their spirit. Okay, they're willing to do anything that they have to do to get the material wealth of this world. Okay, of this dimension. Okay, there's a split happening, and this is why, like I said, even in Revelations, has been going on for a long time. Okay, um, things are being revealed. Okay, because we're raising our consciousness to a higher consciousness, because there was a split, okay, and there's an overlap going on, okay. So what we're actually seeing and what we're going to continue seeing for P. Diddy Combs, Jay Z. I mean, it's all of them, you guys, okay? These people are pedophilias. The people that own Disney World, the people that own Warner Brother, um, a bunch of pedos, okay? These are pedophilias, okay, that are running this world, okay? Um, Presidents that are pedos, okay? Senators. I mean, it goes on and on and on, okay? And it consumes you. The wickedness, it really does consume you if you let it consume you, okay? Especially when you can see on the spiritual realm of what's really going on, okay? But we cannot let it consume us, okay? Because a lot of people knew this truth for a very long time and have been speaking about this. There is, and I feel really sorry because there's a lot of victims, okay? Victims. Now, was P. Diddy Come a victim? Of course he was a victim, okay? Was Jay-Z a victim? They're all a victim at one point, okay? Did they become the victim, okay? Then they become the abuser, okay? They're the victim and then they become the abuser. But they do this for material wealth of this world, okay? So when people say, oh, they sell their soul, okay, they can't really sell their soul, okay? Because it's that they're willing to sacrifice who they are, their spirit, their soul, for a dollar, okay? For a dollar, for being rich and famous, okay? That's why if you look at a lot of people in Hollywood, um, a lot of them are messed up, like really messed up in the head, okay? They're because a lot of them become the victim and then they become the perpetrator. Okay. And this is what we're seeing with P. Diddy Combs. He was a victim to Clyde Davis, L.A. Reid, all these higher ups. And if you look at it like say like a mob structure, he's in the middle. He's a middleman. Okay. Now, what I found interesting when I was pulling his energy psychically and channeling, what I find very interesting, okay, and when I did the read on Kim Porter, okay, Kim Porter was his baby mother that was murdered, okay. Now, what was so interesting is, how can I say this? It was so interesting because I kept, when I was channeling, it was like he was working for the CIA, okay? CIA, okay? So I'm like, I see men in uniform. So I'm confused here, okay? Now, also with Jeffrey Epstein, okay? Puffy was not born into money, okay? How did these men become so powerful? Or how did these people become so powerful? What are they doing to get to this level of power? Who is behind them? We need to stop looking at what's just in front of us, okay? But what is above us, okay? And what I mean by that is there's so many people that for so many years have been letting him get away with basically murder, okay? Rape. I mean, all kinds of stuff. And my thing is, now they want to raid his home. So obviously there was people that was paid off here, okay? Um and obviously he was working on that side. What I mean on that side is with law enforcement, with the CIA, okay? So my question is, if he was informant, okay, this is about to get deep, okay? what I was picking up spiritually is I did a read um, a while back, and I remember there was a rapper that he was talking about a meeting. So, about him being in this meeting with a bunch of white men and the Caucasian men, rich men he never seen before. And it was a whole bunch of rappers and stuff. And I remember when I was channeling, I seen DMX in this meeting, right? And he said that a couple rappers got up, and when he was saying that, I was channeling. When I was channeling, I was seeing DMX was one of those rappers that was like, I'm not doing this. What was going on was they called for a meeting of rap. Remember how rap was, hip hop was in the 90s, the 80s, even the early 70s, if you can go back, okay? It wasn't violence like it is now. It wasn't demoralizing women, African American women, women of color, minority women. Hey, Renee, it changed, okay? Now, the reason why it changed is because of these Caucasian men that had the meeting that are in power. They wanted to change the direction of the rap music itself. Okay. When I was channeling, it was interesting because I was seeing DMX. Okay. Now I seen DMX get up from the table. Okay. And he was like, no, he's not doing this. Okay. There was a whole bunch of rappers there. Okay. A lot of rappers are not going to come out and say it. And there was one particular rapper that talked about this meeting. But the only rapper that I seen spiritually when I was channeling was DMX, and the rapper that said he was actually there. Okay. Um, and the rapper that I'm seeing is from Bone Thugs and Harmony. I think that's the one. I think it's Bone Thugs and Harmony. But there was, okay, so they invited them to a meeting. Okay. Now, when they went to the meeting, they seen a bunch of Caucasian men they never even met before. Okay. They're in control of the rap music. Okay, they are the co-founders of the record labels, and everything like that. Okay, so my question is, and this is really interesting when I was channeling. Okay, I was seeing blue coats with CIA. So my question is, there is a file, like they had a file on Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Bob Marley, and this will come out. One day this will come out for rap music. They wanted to change the directory of the rap music to influence the African American culture or African American minority communities, okay? The To control them. You got to understand, music has frequency, um, and it affects our conscious and our subconscious and our unconscious mind. Okay, the sound alone. Okay, um, and they know this. Okay, and it dims you down when you listen to certain music. Okay, it messes with your conscious, your subconscious, and your unconscious. Okay, so my thing is the diddler, they call Diddy, okay, P Diddy, Bad Boys, and I believe he knew that his time was coming up. Okay, now what is so interesting is I found out that Jay-Z and Beyonce is buying property in the state of Pennsylvania. Now all these people are buying property too. Okay, that's another thing. Why are they buying all this property? Okay, one, because they know that our food that we're eating. I know I'm staying on P Diddy and Jay-Z and these underground tunnels and these secret rooms. Okay, um, is because they're all doing it. All of them are doing it, and they've been getting away with it for so long. And my thing is, why did it take so long in so many years for just not for P Diddy, for all the other ones that are about to be lined up. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying? So my thing is, we have to look who's above. Okay, and what I mean who's above is who runs the music industry itself. Okay, who's the CEOs of the companies? Um, because P Diddy, he was a victim at one time. That's what I see on the spiritual realm. He was a victim and then he became the predator. Okay. So my thing is, I see so many victims. I'm talking about victims that are still alive and victims that are not even here. Okay. And when I did that read on Kim Porter, the only thing that she was worried about the most is her children. That was it. And justice for what happened to her, because she did not just um, have the cold and just passed away. Okay, they said she had pneumonia. I kept seeing that tea kettle. I can't get that tea kettle out my head. Okay, and the cameras and how the blackmail with these people. Um, the same thing with Jeffrey Epstein. He was also um, he wasn't born into a rich family, but these men become so powerful. So my question is, who are the people that are more, besides P Diddy, besides Jay Z, because we know Jay Z is doing the same thing. Clyde Davis, obviously, he's so old now. Okay, um, L.A. Reid. Um, it's deeper than just Clyde Davis. Okay, and my thing is, and I hate talking about this, you guys. I hate talking about it. Like, I had to stop for a while with the videos because when I kept channeling and the shit I would see on the spiritual realm of these people, even talking about them, it really, really bothered me. Okay. Because I'm just like, this world is run by pedophilias. It's literally run by pedophilias. And if we would like know the truth, the real truth of everybody involved, like Epstein Island, and the sacrifices that they were making on that island, and the symbols, okay, the symbols, oh gosh, okay, the circles, the symbols, everything meant something. Okay, so my thing is, this is more than just P Diddy Combs. Okay, R Kelly went down. Remember, R Kelly went down for the same things, and he was like, well, he was the only one. What about everybody else? You know what I mean? So they've been getting away with this for so long, but how could they get away with this for so long without the FBI, CIA, you know, catching them for what they were doing? You think nobody didn't come out and tell? Or they weren't listening, or somebody was just paid off not to listen? I mean, think about it. The people was getting paid off. What I'm seeing is a card, and I'm seeing money being exchanged. Okay, from poor hands to rich hands to rich hands to poor hands. Okay, so that is showing me how the depths of how many, how far this goes, and how powerful people. I'm talking about powerful people, people that are on Wall Street, like the stock market. Okay, this is how deep this shit goes. BlackRock, Vanguard. Okay, these names that I'm saying, they run this world. Okay, these are freaking pedophilias. Okay, so anyways, there is tunnels. Okay, now I don't know if they found the tunnel under his home or the secret room um in his home. They all have secret rooms, they all have tunnels. um they're like pimps. Okay, but high-end pimps. Okay, I seen a video where P Diddy Combs adopted a white child, a white girl. I can't remember her name. Okay, um And I'm like, where's this girl at? She looked like she was 12 years old. He said he found her on the street. She was homeless and he adopted her. Then I seen the video of Justin Bieber, and I thought it was 24 hours, but he actually had him for 48 hours. Could you imagine somebody being abused for 48 hours? And there's so many other people. But my thing is, Diddy is not going to go down without naming names, okay? Um, and they're saying Jennifer Lopez, um, when he was in that club that night, she's the one that got the gun, and that's why he walked, okay, because she had the gun and she walked out with the gun. And I do see that in the spiritual realm, she did walk out with it, okay. um so he wouldn't be charged, okay. And then there was somebody else that was charged that wasn't even involved. I mean, it's just crazy. And my question is, were these people informants for the government? Okay, at one time, P. Diddy Cohn was an informant for the government, okay, the CIA. So how big is this? I mean, this is crazy that I'm even saying this, okay? Um, but I found out that Jay-Z, and I guess he's buying land in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is very rural, very rural. Some of the areas are very, very rural. Then they have city areas where um, big cities like Philadelphia. But I doubt he'll be moving to Philadelphia. Okay, I see a rural area that he already is purchasing the land. Okay. Um, Now, do they want to go to a more self-sufficient way of living? Yes, because they know that's where we're heading to in the future, is a more self-sufficient way of living, is living off the land, which is the old way, is the way we should have always been living. But these people are sick, man. I'm telling you. And to channel these people and see what I see is very disturbing. And if you watch, remember I told you I went down a rabbit hole? I went down a rabbit hole, you guys. I was on a live and I was doing a read. I can't remember because I did so many reads. And the woman hit my page, the like button, and it led me down a damn rabbit hole. Well, when I went down the rabbit hole, um, the video was just showing a kids playing, normally playing. You know how your kids will be just playing with their toys and stuff, okay? But it was advertising, okay? This is how they advertise. Even like if you see like the Balenciaga thing when they were advertising the kids and stuff, it looks like normal, like normal. It looks normal to the naked eye, okay? But when you look past that and you see what it really is, it's really disturbing, okay? It's really, really disturbing. So my thing is, there, P. Diddy is not going to go down. It's just like Jeffrey Epstein. And the thing is that the victims will come out, more victims will come out, but it's so many victims, and I feel so sorry for these victims because this could have been stopped. But it wasn't stopped because people were being paid off, okay? And then he was also a informant to change the direction of rap music itself, okay? So he was getting paid for that, okay? So we can't just say Clyde Davis, okay? We have to go even above Clyde Davis, okay? And look at, I see a folder. Now it looks bluish green and it has rap music, okay? Now I'm seeing like something with the hertz of the music itself. Um, it's a file that they have, okay? So, and this may sound crazy that I'm even saying this. I mean, and I had to think about this. I'm like, this shit is crazy. Like, when they were pushing them drugs in Los Angeles, the CIA came out and said that they were actually putting the drugs on the streets in Los Angeles for these people to get hooked on the drugs. I mean, this is crazy. And we know how many people died from speaking the truth. We have Bob Marley. We have, oh my gosh, so many people. Dr. CB. I mean, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, I mean, for speaking the truth. I mean, these people were set, they were put here at the time that they were put out here to speak the truth. And look what happened to them. Okay. Um, they were taken out. Okay. And it's deep. I mean, Bob Marley was taken out by a CIA agent. I mean, and he acted like he was a reporter because he was trying to unite Jamaica. He not just trying to unite Jamaica, he was trying to consciously wake people up, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously. And they took his life. So it's like these are the people that we instill that's supposed to protect us. And they're actually out here taking people's lives. I mean, and my thing is, yeah, he did what he did, but my question is, he was also informant. And when I was channeling, it brought me back to Jeffrey Epstein. Okay. So Jeffrey Epstein was, I think, a math teacher because I'm seeing numbers. Okay. Then he became work like a broker on Wall Street. Um, and then he met people. He was basically a pimp. Okay. A pimp, but a pimp to the elites. Okay. So my thing is, he was also informant. So I don't know if P. Diddy would survive jail because of the information that he has. So in a way, it's like he needs to be held accountable, but in a way, he needs to be protected. But then he has so many people, so many bodies in the spiritual realm. They're coming together. They came together in the spiritual realm for justice. But it's so much more than what we're just seeing with P. Diddy Combs. Okay, it's way above that. So he was an informant. So, and he was changing the way the rap music was going. If you see in the 90s the way rap music was, the 80s, the 70s, and then we get to the 2000s, and I say in the 90s, like maybe 98, 99, the rap music has completely changed where it went into a whole totally different direction where it was demoralizing women. Um, Even the sound, if you listen to the sound, it changed. Okay. Um, Subconsciously, consciously, and unconsciously. Okay. So at one point, he was an informant, and so was Jeffrey Epstein, right? But there's so many more powerful people above them that were not touched, okay? And that will probably never be held accountable. And I feel like they will be, because everything you do in this realm of existence is played out in front of you. Everything you do in this realm is played out in front of you. What I mean by that is every emotion is felt that you portrayed or put onto somebody else. You will feel that emotion and you will see what you have done to the other person. Okay? It's like a slideshow. And while you're watching that slideshow, you will see your whole life in front of you, your Akashic records, and then you will feel everything that everybody felt that you have encountered with. Okay? You will feel them same emotions that they have felt. So there is so many, and I know I may sound crazy, you guys, but there's so many victims. Um, and yes, right now we're focusing on P. Diddy Combs, um, just like Jeffrey Epstein, Epstein Island. It's still being run. Somebody has bought that island. There's still activity on that island. Um, but there's people that are higher that need to be accountable. So my question is, P. Diddy Combs was an informant at one time. Okay. Jeffrey Epstein was an informant at one time. Jay-Z was an informant at one time. But informant for who? Okay. Informant for who? And it's just not Clyde Davis. Okay. It's even topper than, it even goes way beyond Clyde Davis. Like Whitney Houston, Prince. Whitney Houston, Prince. I mean, you guys, I can be on here all night and name names. With P. Diddy, we have Kim Porter, we have Heavy D, we have DMX, um, also Tupac, Michael Jackson, Biggie Smalls. I'm calling on all of them, near and far. There's so many. I can't even. There's so many names, so many victims, and victims that are still alive. Um, Usher, we know he had Usher. He had consent of Usher. Consent. He was Usher's legal guardian. So he had legal guardian consent of Usher. Who gave him consent of Usher? His mother? I mean, this is crazy. And then we had Justin Bieber. It wasn't even 24 hours. It was 48 hours. And then there's this girl. I hope to God they find her. I try to channel this girl, okay? I might have to do another video on her. A white little girl that he said he adopted. He got her off the streets. She looked very uncomfortable in the video. But I wanted to do a channeling of her, just a reading just of her. Like where she at, um, and who was she? Because obviously he said he got her off the streets. Hey on earth, he got her off the streets. He seen her in the streets and he took her in. Um, but where is she now? A Caucasian girl. And what was interesting, when I watched the video, I was picking up stuff. The first thing she said was she was a Scorpio. That right there was telling. If you watch the video, the first thing the girl says, she don't even say her name. She says, I'm a Scorpio. Okay? So she was sending us a message in that video, okay? And I want to decipher that message, what she was saying. Okay, she's a Scorpio, so what does that mean? Okay, because they use astrology, okay? But why did she say that? That's what really bothers me. Her body, the way she was surrounded by his sons, her body, like she felt uncomfortable. And she said she's a Scorpio. So is she saying that she was a Scorpio because Scorpios like to, the scorpion itself likes to attack? Or was she saying that he was a Scorpio, which he is a Scorpio, okay, and he was going to attack her? The sound of the audience was hearing prior to the event being enhanced. Their ability to storm the gates and grounds is disturbing how calculating. Yes, it was very, yes, Maria, it was very calculating. This is why I'm telling you. This is more than I believe that P. Diddy Combs was threatened. Okay. I believe that they know that he has too much information. Remember Jeffrey Epstein, when they went and they raided his homes and stuff like that, and he had Bill Clinton on his portrait of Bill Clinton in his house in New York, dressed in a dress. I believe P. Diddy Combs has that kind of information that will take so many powerful people down. So it's like, one, he needs to be held accountable, but two, that's not music. It's, yes, it's not music, it's manipulation. It is a manipulation, but what I'm saying is it's like, one, he needs to be held accountable, and then two, just not that he needs to be accountable, but who, we need names. We need names of these people. Okay, we know Clyde Davis, we need know Ella Reid, we know Jay-Z, um, we know all these music people. I mean, because you have Whitney Houston, then her daughter dies the same way she dies. Actually, and that was a sac ritual. Okay, they had a ritual. I think there was like a awards that day, and then there was a ritual, and they said she drowned. I mean, no, they performed the ritual and they killed her. Okay, just saying. And then her daughter dies the same exact way. It doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. And then Michael Jackson, um, security guy, was the same security guy for P Diddy Combs. Kim Porter. Yeah, Taylor Swift's buddy. You guys think Taylor Swift, just because you think these people singing country music, these country people ain't up to no good. Okay. Yeah, Taylor Swift, there's something about her too. But my thing is, all these people, I don't care what genre of music you play, country, rock, roll, jazz, rap, they're all in a cult, if you look at it like a cult, because they all have to do certain things, and the things that are done to them is being recorded so they can use it against them, and for them to have material gain, material wealth. Okay. Oh, Ludicrous. Can't remember that last name. This is a different kind of beef. Billionaire. Yeah, this is billionaires. This is beyond billionaires. Okay. This is like high government stuff going on here. Okay. They turned the cameras off. Okay. Before they went in there. Now, obviously, he was using some high grade cameras. Yes. Blackmail is a rich man's revenge and protection. It is. It really is. And P. Diddy knew the game. Okay. He's not the only one that knew the game. Okay. They've been doing this for a long time. When R. Kelly went down, he was like looking around like, why am I the only one going down? Because they pick and choose who they want to pick off. Okay. But I feel like with P. Diddy Combs, I feel like he is he needs to be held accountable. But he needs to start naming names. Okay. Just like Jeffrey Epstein, they took him out um before we even got to see the list. We seen some of the list, but we fully didn't see the whole list. And then you have a video floating around with President Obama and P. Diddy Combs. I mean, it's just freaking bizarre. Okay, it's bizarre what's going on. I mean, it's not bizarre. This is what they do. But it's like President Obama was speaking up saying that P. Diddy Combs was a good person. And if you watch the video, and I'm just like, oh, I mean, they flocking together, okay? Because they're all in it. I mean, they're all involved in it. It's just crazy. Um, but it's interesting that that girl said Scorpio. That is her name. I can't remember her name. Is the white girl. She looked like she was like 12, and she said, um, and he kept emphasizing, say your name, say her last name, Combs. I think in the video, to say that he took her in. But it's interesting how she said in the beginning of the video, um, she says, I'm a Scorpio. Because he's a Scorpio. Okay. So was she saying she's about to get bit? Like bit by something's about to go down? I mean, I feel like she was speaking in code. Okay. And I feel like this girl was very intuitive. Okay. Um, like when I was watching her, I was like, she's very intuitive, and you can pick it up right away when I seen her. And I was just like, it was like she was speaking in code. It was bizarre. She was like, I'm a Scorpio. Like the first thing she said out her mouth, I'm a Scorpio. Normally people say, I'm Jennifer Boone, you know, or I'm this. But she said, I'm a Scorpio. Okay. So when you look at the animal, the Scorpio itself, right? When the Scorpio attacks, it normally what bites. Do you think the girl's decay? I don't know. I don't know where the girl is. There's a video going around of some white Caucasian girl that he adopted. Okay. He said she was homeless in the video. He said he got her off the streets and that her parents consented to him taking her in. But what was interesting, if you watch the video, there's so much information in the video because he also said, if you listen very careful to the video, play the video, but slow it down and really listen to what he's saying and what he's not saying. He also said in the video, he said, how do you say this? He said, oh, I'm like Sandra Bullock, you know, and Madonna, you know how they how they adopt minority children. It was like he was like it's a code, okay, a code. Like, oh, I adopt these children and I do what I want with these children. Okay, it was bizarre. Okay, but he shot out Madonna. I think he shot out Madonna, Sandra Bullock, some other people that adopted minority children, and he's like, oh well, I can adopt a Caucasian child, but he was speaking in code, like code that they would understand. Okay, so my question is, we already seen the kids that wait, what video? There's a video. Okay, Google the video. You guys, Google this video when you get off my live, okay? Because I want you guys to stay on my live. There's a video going around with P. Diddy and a 12-year-old girl. Okay, watch that video. Okay, he's it's he's sending message to the Illuminati. Okay, the message that he's sending out is like code. Like, okay, I got this girl. Um, but he's saying like Sandra Bullock, Madonna, and you see how Madonna's kids are. They're all messed up. One of them is a transgender, dresses like a woman. It's a boy, and she got these kids at a young age. They want these kids to be like this. It's sickening. Okay, they adopt these kids, and then these kids see things they shouldn't see, and they become victims themselves. And we're looking at it like, oh, they're just adopting these kids or helping these kids, but these kids are like messed up. Okay, so if you see in the video, Google P. Diddy and the homeless girl he adopted. Okay, I guess you'll find it like that. But what I noticed in the video was he was speaking in code, and so was the homeless girl was. You could tell she was very intuitive. Okay, but she was saying the first thing out her mouth was, "I'm a Scorpio." Okay, and P. Diddy Combe is a Scorpio. Okay, his sign is a Scorpio. So why would she say that right off the bat of the conversation? That was really interesting. And I'm still like, I have to watch the video again, and I might have to do a read on her. Okay, um, but there was little things that stood out to me, and that was one of them when she said, "I'm a Scorpio." Okay, so was she about to be attacked? I mean, I'm confused. She's throwing out a zodiac signs, and you don't see 12-year-old kids throwing out zodiac signs. So was that a code to the Illuminati about her birth sign? I don't know. Or was it code to us that were watching the video, the viewers, like something's about to go down? I don't know. Okay. And then in the video, he also gives a shout out. It's like he's giving a shout out. Yeah, she does seem kind of like she's on something on Earth. Yeah, she does. She don't seem like it was when you watch a video, it's like she does seem like she's on something. Yes, she does. Okay. I don't know if she had a sip or if they put something in her. I'm seeing a cup. Okay. She had a sip of something, but there was something put in her cup. Okay. But you don't see kids that young throwing out zodiac signs. Okay, so it was a message she was trying to to send us, okay, the viewers, because he was going on a live. But then he was giving shots out to all these other celebrities that have adopted. Yes, they send messages out by doing these things like that. They do. And I was trying to pick up on the messages. Okay. I'm not trying to think like them, but I'm trying to figure out what the message that they were getting across. And the message that I was getting when she said the zodiac sign, the first thing I picked up was she's about to be attacked, like the scorpion. Okay. But then when if you watch more and more in the video, he gives a shout out, like he's giving a shout out to these celebrities that have adopted melanated children. Sandra Bullock, she said he's like, oh yeah, I can adopt. Like he's like bragging. It's like he's bragging, like this is a norm to them. Okay, that they adopt, and they're showing us to the world that they're helping these children, but these children are like, if you see Madonna's kids, they're all messed up. Okay, just saying. I mean, weird. Okay, weird. They have seen some stuff, and one of the sons, like I said, um, he's transgender, and I'm just like, they're pushing this transgender thing, and it's crazy. Okay, um, but it's like they get clout if their child becomes the transgender. No, her parents wasn't in the video. The parents were not in the video. He said that he had the parents knew where she was at. But now I'm starting to wondering, did the parents know where she was at? I mean, you guys need to watch the video. Oh, okay. Scorpio is that energy which reveals the darkest and most hidden aspect of the self, literally those held in a state of hell. That's probably what she was trying to tell us. Woo! Maria. Damn. That's deep. Scorpio is the energy which reveals the darkest and most hidden aspects of the self, literally those held in a state of hell. So that's what she was telling us. I mean, she was speaking in code, obviously. And that's what stood out to me the most. And watch the video. It's floating around, okay? I had to watch it and I'm like, whoa. Um, but like I said, I believe at one point he was an informant. He was um protected, and I'm talking about by government officials, and they said that because he had a deal with some billionaire in England over his alcohol beverage, his alcohol drinks that he had out there, that he was selling and that he was branding, that he wasn't going to, I guess, work with this guy, whatever, and he turned him down. And they said I think they said he went to Argentina or something, but I don't know why I keep seeing Belize, you guys. I've been seeing Belize from like day one with him. I don't know, Belize. And I was talking to my friend about it, and my friend was like, well, he'd been hanging around some head guy in Belize, because I kept seeing Belize, and he's like, that makes sense because he was hanging around some big guy in Belize. So I don't know, okay? That's what one of my friends was saying. But I didn't even know he was hanging around some big guy in Belize, because I seen Belize. I kept seeing Belize, but I think they said he was in Ortega, the island. Because what they do is they go to the islands where they can be extradited back. So he obviously has evidence, you guys. Thank you guys for joining me. I think that was a joke he was making. He didn't adopt her parents. No, I don't believe he adopted her. I don't believe that. I believe that something else happened, and I might come back and do a read on her tomorrow. And she says her full name in the video. Um, I don't even know if that's her full name. He said he found her like on the streets, but I want to talk about the tunnels, okay? When you look at the sign in Hollywood, right? It looks like a big hill because I kept looking at it. And there's something underneath that hill, the hill itself, okay? Um, I never been there, so I don't know if anybody ever's been to Hollywood. You see, you know, the Hollywood sign, Holly Weirdos. Um, I don't. It's on a hill because you can see, like, if you Google the picture of Hollywood, but there's something. I was picking up something psychically, spiritually underneath that sign, under the ground. Okay. Now, also the tunnels. When Epstein's house got raided, there was tunnels under the house in New York. Now, when P Diddy got raided, there's tunnels. Okay, so I don't know if they're gonna find the tunnels, but there is another room. Okay, now they all had rooms. Epstein had multiple rooms. Okay, P Diddy, there's one big room that I'm seeing. Okay, um, and Jay Z's next. Okay, Jay Z and Beyonce. Now, we all seen Beyonce came out with a song, a country song, and it's interesting. Jolene. And Jolene is old country song for us country lovers. I love country music. I like all kinds of music. But Jolene was written. I think Dolly Parton, but there was somebody else that wrote that song Jolene before Dolly Parton. But in the video, Dolly Parton's talking about another woman, right? But I'm really picking up that they're all doing this. This is normal, okay? And for a long time, they felt like they can never be touched, okay? Now they can be touched. Now with P Diddy, I don't feel like he's going to go down. Like, I feel like he's going to go to jail. He's going to um there's going to be charges, sex trafficking charges, human trafficking, victims are going to come out, and then some victims will never come out. We'll never know the list of victims, the murders. I mean, it's just crazy. Okay, the bodies, because on the spiritual realm they're working together. Okay, so my thing is Jay-Z and them are scared. Okay, um, and he should be. Okay, he should be. Okay, now I think I did a video. I did a video on his girlfriend, young Mammy, okay? And I told her she needs to watch out, okay? Now, obviously, there was sex trafficking, human trafficking, drug trafficking, um, money laundering, okay? Now, I believe that he took money offshore, okay? Like he was moving money before this raid. He knew this raid was going to happen, but he didn't know. Somebody tipped him off, okay? He knew it was going to happen, but they tipped him off before the raid happened, okay? Um, but we will find out more information, but you got to understand there's bigger fish to be fried. Um, he's just the middleman, per se. Clyde Davis is older. Um, and there's people even higher, okay? Think of the think of it like Jeffrey Epstein, okay? You had BlackRock, Vanguard, Wall Street, and Wall Street is run by BlackRock and Vanguard. They run the world, okay? Um, so I believe we will get information, but we won't get full information. Like we'll get victims coming out, lawsuits, all kinds of stuff, right? Oh, and this video is for entertainment purposes, but use discernment. Just saying I'm poor, okay? So, um, but this is what I'm seeing. But I might come back and do a read on that girl tomorrow, because I want to know. And that's interesting that you said that, Maria. She was sending a message out in that video that Scorpio is the. I'm gonna read this. Scorpio is that energy which reveals the darkest and most hidden aspects of the self, literally those held in a state of hell. And I feel really sorry for these victims out here. A bunch of phone data has come out with GPS tracking a lot of people traveling to Epstein Island. Yeah, I mean, you had Obama, you had Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, um, you had Congress people. Um, oh my God, you had so many people. Yeah, lots of Diddy's friends, even not even Diddy's friends. Okay, Victoria's Secret, the owner of Victoria's Secret, um, and a lot of us out here buying Victoria's Secret. Um, I mean, it goes even deeper than that. This rabbit hole. Um, but Epstein Island was not just for pleasure. Um, there's symbols on that island. The one symbol that I did see, and there's something underneath the temple. Okay, there's a statue underneath the temple. Um, the statue that I'm seeing underneath the temple in Epstein Island is the statue of Bilal. Okay, um, that's the statue that I'm seeing underneath. There's a like looks like a dome with a like a temple. I'm seeing that underneath. Okay, and then there's a lot of symbolic meanings. Okay, these people they have no ranking in the spiritual realm. Okay, they only have ranking here is because of the material wealth that they try, and they really don't have no ranking, to be honest. Okay, I mean, it's a bunch of bullshit that they even believe this, that they have to do these things to become famous. Okay, yeah, Victoria's Secret is a he, it's not a she. Just like Michelle Obama is not Michelle Obama, she's the man, Michael. And what's that other guy? A lot of them are not even females. They're masculine. They're men. They were born men. They're all men. Yeah, on Earth, they're all men. Um, who is it? The guy in France. His wife. She's a man too. There, a lot of them are men. You guys are gonna be shocked when you find out a lot of these supermodels that we've been following for a long time were not born females. They were born males. Okay, masculine energy. We all have yeah, Macron. We all have all of us carry masculine and feminine energy. But when we're born, it's interesting that I'm even saying this because my son is going to have a son in August, and I told him that he was going to have a baby and it was going to be a boy. And when they were looking at the ultrasound, this is very interesting. The doctor said first it's a boy, and then he said it might be a girl, right? So I'm like, what? You know, and the sex is already determined when you come in, right? So, like Michelle, when she was saying she was becoming, it was her becoming a woman because she was born a man. Joan Rivers knew this. This is why Joan Rivers had to go, okay? Because there was election time and she was giving this information out, okay? So she had to go, okay? Um, did she think she was gonna be a target for saying that? No. Um, and we see a lot of famous models. What's that other model? She's also a man. Uh, I mean, she's from Africa. She wasn't born a female. She was born a man. Okay, a lot of these people that you Tegan, the Tegan girl, she's that's not a girl. That's a man. She was born a man. Okay, don't be fooled out here. A lot of them look like women, but they're not. Yes, she was born a man. I man. I mean. That's why they were calling her I mean. I man. She was a man. Okay, who had the kids? Yes, Bowie's wife. Yes, that's why they call her I man. She was a man. Okay, and she was not a female. Her energy is masculine. We all have masculine and feminine, but she came in as a masculine. Yes, Bowie's wife. Who had the kids? Epstein, a lot of these people. And you gotta follow the money, okay? Follow the money, like with Epstein. Um, his kids are from before they don't have children. Thank you. The Obamas, if you look at Michelle, there's no pictures of her when she had the kids. Somebody carried those children, okay? They're not, they were she didn't carry those children. She couldn't, she's a man, okay? This is why they're trying to push this transgender, this gay movement, because they themselves is not who they show the world, okay? Um, and one day it's going to come out that she was born a man, okay? She fooled everybody, okay? She didn't fool me. I already knew she was a man. I've been telling people that for a long time, and they're like, oh, you're crazy. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just awake and aware, okay? Her energy is masculine. But some are born with female and masculine parts. Some are born, I forget what they call that when you're born with female and masculine parts. Um, but when you come in, you have that. We all have masculine energy and feminine energy, but we are born either female, masculine, or they have something that they're born with Aphrodite, something. What do they call that? Where they're born with both parts of a male and a female, but that's very rare, very rare, and they worship those kind of people in Hollywood. Okay, um, but a lot of them are masculines, and we're thinking the whole time they're females, but they're not. They're masculines. Like I did a read on the Idaho 4. Dylan Morrison is a masculine. She was not born a female. Okay, she was born a masculine. Dylan Morrison. Okay, the Idaho 4. She was born a boy. Okay. No, they weren't being racist calling her a man, man. She was a man. That's why they called her I mean. Okay. They use words. All right. Well, I'm going to get off, you guys. I've been on here for a long time. I enjoyed everybody coming on. I might do a read on that girl that P. Diddy had in a video where he said um, that he adopted her. But yeah, there's tunnels everywhere, you guys. They have tunnels. They move them through the tunnels. Okay. This is why they're buying up land. They're buying up land because they can move commodity underground, and because of they know our food that we're ingesting in our bodies is not clean. Okay. So this is why you see Bill Gates, um, Oprah Winfrey, they're just not buying land because, oh, we got millions of dollars, we're gonna billions, we got trillions, and we want to buy all this land. Um, okay, they're buying this land for other reasons too. Oh, there was a big earthquake in Hawaii. Oh, I didn't hear about that on Earth. Wow. I'm sorry, I did not hear about that. There's a thing, I'm trying to stay on the tunnels. Um, there is and there's a tunnel under the White House. Okay, so this is and the reason why I'm saying this is I love the United States. I love being an American citizen, but you can move stuff underneath there, like Vatican City. You understand what I'm saying? But I love my country. Okay, I love being American, and I love my country. Okay, but I don't love the stuff that these wickedness people are doing. Okay, this Babylon that we're living in. Um, but the truth will always be prevailed to us. But I just wanted to talk about the tunnels. Okay, I don't know if they found the tunnels under his home or they found the room. Okay, he had a room. Now I told you guys it was I see a fireplace. I don't know if they're going to show us pictures of this or whatever, but it was behind a fireplace, and you just push it and there's a room. They all have these kind of rooms, okay? Um, but this is what these people do. It's just wicked. It is so wicked, and I feel sorry for the victims. It's like, how can you fight human trafficking if the people that are doing this are in control, that are running the show? How do you combat this? You know what I mean? That's why I said what's going on now is spiritual. Okay. Um, they're on the other side and they want justice. All these people want justice. The people that P. Diddy has took out, just saying, Jay-Z, I mean, still here, okay? So obviously he has blood on his hands too, okay? And he should be scared, okay? Because he's next, okay? Um, and my thing is, if you were a victim, you need to come forward. And if somebody in the higher ups has any kind of humanity left inside of them, they need to come forward and tell the truth of what's really going on. Because it's like, how can we protect children if the people that's supposed to be protecting them are not protecting them? Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's like, you have to protect your own children because they're not really protecting the children. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because this is higher than just P. Diddy Combs, okay? So my thing is, this will be like another Jeffrey Epstein, but will all the victims come out, and then will he tell? Yes, he's going to tell on certain people. He's not the only one that's going to go down, because when they follow the money, they're going to come across something else. Okay, and when they come across that, they're going to be like, oh shit, the ones that are have good intentions. You understand what I'm saying? To stop what's going on. Okay. So there will be other people going down too, but all these people that have crossed over, when people cross over, yes, they're at peace, but they see what's going on here and they want the rights to be written right, like the wrongs to be written right, the wrongs that happened to them to be written right. Okay, because the truth is not being told, so they want the truth to be told. Okay, so like I said, this is spiritual that's going on. Okay, spiritual. World War III is spiritual more than it is physical that we can see with our eyes. But I'm gonna get off of here. I've been on here for over an hour, you guys. Thank you guys for joining me. I just wanted to stay on this P. Diddy, Puffy, Bad Boys, whatever. Um, they're the money. Um, when they follow the money, um, they're going to come across other stuff. But the thing about it is, there's going to be more people going down because of transactions. But I feel like he had known this, prepared for this, was tipped off, um, knew this day was going to come. Um, and the ones, be careful, because the ones that are out there saying, oh, he did this, he did that, okay, he did this, he did that, he was untouchable. They went to the CIA, FBI, the ones that weren't corrupt, and somebody got a hold of it and was like, we got to make the rights right, but he pissed the wrong people off. Okay, just saying. So there is victims here. Okay, and if you are a victim of his or Jeffrey Epstein, I'm so sorry. But y'all need to protect your children out here. Watch your children at all costs necessary. Protect your children at all costs. Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you for joining me. I'm sending you guys nothing but love and light. And I might do a read on that girl, because that's very interesting. And thank you for sharing that. She was definitely talking in code where they would understand. And so was P. Diddy in that video. I had to watch it a couple of times, that just, I mean, as soon as she said that, it was just like red was flashing in front of me. Okay. So she was basically saying that she was the prey. Shit. That's crazy. I'm going to read this again. Scorpio is the energy which reveals the darkest and most hidden aspects of the self, literally those held in a state of hell. Damn. And this is what happened. A lot of his victims were in a state of hell because they couldn't, there's nothing they could do. Um, shit. And then the evidence that he has on more people that are higher up. I mean, you guys, this rabbit hole goes so damn deep. It's crazy. But try to find that video of that girl, you guys. We seen the one of Justin Bieber. It's going around, but the one of that girl, oh, that bothers me. Um, but if you're a victim, you need to speak up, and if you want to do the right things, because you may not be judged in this lifetime or where we're at now, but you will be when you cross over. Okay, and I'm not laughing, but I'm serious. You will be judged. You will see everything and feel everything that you have inflicted upon other people. Okay, um, it's your Akashic records. You will feel it and see it. All right, you guys. Thank you guys for joining me. I am sending you nothing but pure love and pure light. Bye, you guys. Thank you, guys. I appreciate all your support, you guys. I really do. All right. Bye. Good night.